Hey guys, what's going on? Bigfoot's here, bringing you guys Storytime Sunday, episode number 5. And as always, if you missed the last episode or any of the other episodes, they will be down in the description. So be sure to check them out because you guys seem to really love the series. But yeah, so today I'm going to be talking about basketball. How basketball kind of progressed as like my favorite sport because when you're a little kid, you really don't have a favorite sport. You just kind of play everything. At least that's how I was. My dad was kind of teaching me how to like catch balls, throw balls, stuff like that, just so I'd be, at least a decent athlete when I grew up. And yeah, so basically I played basketball a little bit before, kind of like in my backyard type of thing. I knew how to kind of play the game, but I didn't actually get into like a real league until the first grade. That's when they were first available. Well, I don't know if that was when they was first available, but that was when I started. And I played through first grade to 8th grade in the same league. It was a lot of fun. The only thing that kind of sucked about it seems like we practiced like 20 times and we only played 8 games, which practice is kind of all right, but games are a lot funner, obviously. And yeah, I don't know. It's kind of cool. It was like a community league. It's kind of like you just get thrown in a team with a bunch of random people. You can't actually go on the buddy system and stuff, which means that you and your friend get on the same team and stuff like that. And also the coaches were really bad. The coaches was just like some random kid's parent. So obviously you're not going to be getting coached by like the best coach in the world or anything like that. But yeah, so I started off in first grade, and I'm pretty sure I was like one of the tallest kids back in first grade because it seemed like in elementary school I was always like the tallest person I knew. I was probably like 5'5" or so back in the elementary school, which is actually pretty tall if you think about it. I don't know, maybe like 4'10" in the early, I don't know, but I was pretty tall. I was like the tallest one back then, and I was kind of like the center. I played center a lot throughout, I want to say all through 1st to 5th grade. I think in like 4th grade is when I started getting really good. I mean, you couldn't really be good in the first to 4th grade. I just felt really bad. You couldn't really be that great at basketball because the basketball was like as big as most people's bodies. My mom actually recorded some of it, and it's funny to go back and look at like some of the littler kids trying to throw that ball up there. The thing looks like it weighs like 200 pounds, and they got to throw it with both of their hands and stuff. It's actually pretty damn funny. But yeah, I was like one of the biggest kids. I was used to playing center, and in 4th grade is when I really got really, really good. I used to like I remember I was on a team. Every play was designed to get me the ball, and I would just score like 20, 30 points a game, which was a shitload back then. And I don't know, all the parents like called me like Shaq and stuff like that. So I don't know, it was really weird. That was when I really kind of got into basketball. I was like, hey, I could be really good at this. And so it kind of progressed through there. 5th grade, don't really remember much about that. But as always, I was one of the best players on my team every year. So it was kind of like back then there for a couple of years. It was kind of like I kind of solo dominated the league. It seems like I was a lot better than like every player. And then, it got a little bit different. It seemed like it got a lot more competitive once middle school came around. A lot more like good players, maybe they wanted to make their middle school team. So they started playing with this team and they started practicing and stuff like that. It seemed like it just kind of got kind of a little bit more competitive, I guess you could say. And so, yeah, it went through into 6th grade. On 6th grade, I actually met my friend Aaron. I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys know him. If you come to my live streams or anything like that, I actually talk to him a lot. Normally most of my gameplays I get is playing with Aaron. So, anyways, back in the 6th grade, he was 6'2", and that's probably taller than a lot of you guys right now. In the 6th grade, that is really, really fucking tall. And he joined my team. Me and him went on the buddy system in 6th grade. He was absolutely awful at basketball, just like shitty. Like I don't know. It was so funny watching him play though because everyone else was like maybe 5'5" if they were lucky. That was like their center, and he was like 6'2". So he would just stand under the basket and throw it and throw it and throw it and throw it. Literally, it'd take him like 10 throws to get the basket. He would just like throw it off the back. He was like really, really, really bad at basketball. It was actually pretty funny. You could go back and watch the clips that my mom made. He would just like literally stand there, and all these guys would be like putting their arms up, and they couldn't even like touch his head or like his shoulders or anything like that. It was really funny. So anyways, I played with him on the buddy system for 3 years, and we actually went undefeated 3 years in a row, which was actually really cool. I don't know, it just seemed like I would play power forward then, which I really wasn't used to. I was kind of more of like a guard position a lot of the times because it seemed like all the littler kids weren't really good at basketball, like the little point guards. So it seemed like a lot of the times I would be kind of like the shooting guard almost because, I don't know, it just seems like in the community league that you get a lot of players and they don't really know what the hell they're doing and they really don't have that much of a role on the team besides playing defense. So anyways, so yeah, we went undefeated for 3 years in a row, and I remember one of the years my dad was like, I think if they took an all-star team of the rest of the league and put them on one team, like all the best players from each team against your team, I think you guys would still beat them. And that year was pretty awesome. I remember we went actually like we would beat every team by like 30 or 40 points, which was like quite a lot back then. That's even quite a lot in like the NBA and stuff like that. But yeah, it was pretty amazing. We went, like I said, undefeated, and in that league, there was 8 different teams, and you would play each team once. So that's kind of how the league was. I wish there would have been like playoffs or something. That would have been great. But there wasn't playoffs. We just kind of like, my dad would keep track of each team's record, because like every team was different colors. There's like green, dark green, blue, orange. I don't know. There's a bunch of different colors. He would keep their record and kind of see who was like the best team. I remember sometimes it was kind of like a playoff game when we would play the best team the last game of the year, and basically whoever won that game was like had the best record. But anyways, so yeah, it was a lot of fun. It really was. And you know, I tried out for my middle school team. I don't really know how I made it, because, or how I didn't make it rather. In the like scoring thing, because scoring was really my thing, honestly. In the middle school tryouts, I scored more than anyone. Like, there was like a shoot-around thing about mid-range jumpers. I scored the most out of anyone in the whole like team, and I don't know, somehow they didn't pick me up. Whatever. I heard their team, like my dad watched a couple of the games, and he was like, yeah, they really struggle in scoring. I think if they would have put you on the team, because I wasn't in the greatest of shape back then, that's probably why they didn't pick me up. But I don't know, they picked up this one kid that ran slower than I did, so I don't really get that at all. But yeah, so they did pick they didn't pick any like really good offense. I don't know why they did that. They picked a lot of defense, and my dad said they didn't really get a lot of points, and that's why they lost most of their games, is because they didn't have no one to score. I think if they would have picked me up throughout the practices and stuff, I would have gotten into some pretty good shape, and I would probably could have been their leading scorer, to be honest with you. But whatever, not going to complain about that. And yeah, pretty much after that, playing basketball, I played a lot with my friends. I still do play a lot with my friends. I actually might have some videos uploaded sometime this summer on it, just like some funny videos or something that happens. And I did go into a basketball class in my school, which was actually really fun. You just like play basketball the whole class. That's all you got to do. I really did love that, and a lot of the really good players from high school was there. So, you know, if I knew kind of what level I was on. I definitely wasn't like one of the best, because pretty much after middle school I kind of gave up. I still played like kind of casually, I guess you could say. But you know, I was still pretty good. I had a really good shot. My shot was actually better than most people's. But yeah, so I love basketball just because, you know, I can go out back, I can play it whenever I want, I have my own goal. I don't need anyone else to play with, which is really cool. And that's kind of how I get in shape in the summertime. I lose a lot of weight just playing a shitload of basketball. So anyways, I hope you guys did enjoy this episode. If you did, be sure to tap that like button. And as always, guys, I will see you guys next video. Peace out.